What are the issues that you think are going to influence the voting in the rural areas in the country in the coming elections?
Firstly, it's a total pleasure to be here in Odisha. I've come after several years. But it's a state close to my heart because just before this session, we were discussing about cyclone, etc. And when we were struck by COVID, Maharashtra also learned a lot from how Odisha was managing its COVID protocols. So, and it's a state where I have been closely following from where it was and where it has come. So it's a pleasure to be here. With regards to rural issues, all I'd say is if you look at the agriculture distress, that is one. I come from the state of Maharashtra and I see a lot of farmer deaths that happen, farmer suicides that happen. I've tried to find out what are the reasons that could happen. So access to finance is a huge problem. To nationalize banks giving loans at better rate of interest, they end up taking loans from money lenders which charge a high rate of interest, which leads to a position where due to climatic conditions, cyclone, drought, whatever, can create a problem for their outcomes. So that is one issue which, the rising debts that they face is one issue. If you look at the wages, the Manrega wages, etc., it hasn't changed over a decade. It hasn't changed. Rather, it has come down in many places. That's a second issue. The third issue for me, which I personally feel impacts a lot of lives, not just in rural areas, but even in urban areas, is the cost of living. I have been raising this issue forever, that inflation, while I was reading the newspaper today morning, retail inflation has hit another high, especially the food inflation. So your incomes are not increasing, but your expenses are increasing. And that leads to lesser asset creation, lesser investments, lesser savings, of course. And that is a huge challenge. So for me, if you were to ask me, these are the issues I will take to the people of this country. And every single Indian would ultimately need to understand that unke plate mein jo thali hai, wo Modi ji ke some guarantees that have been given will not fulfill it. Yeah. What will fulfill it is that besides the guarantee, there's suitable action which leads to better outcomes, better livelihoods for our people.
Mr. Ulaka, your take on the issues that are going to influence the next election?
Yeah, firstly, I'd like to thank OTV and the whole group for inviting me over here. And being from Congress party, and definitely would like to use this platform to put forward our views as well. Sora prathame apan samastan ko Jai Jagannath. Prabhu Jagannath am samastan ko mangal karantu sahi manokamna karibe. When we talk about rural issues, I'll give a broader picture. Basically, when we were in power in UPA, we pulled out around 271 million people out of poverty. That's 2006 to 2015. So we had some very groundbreaking, like poverty elevation kind of policies. And it was mostly by our leadership, Dr. Manmohan Singh, Sonia Gandhi ji, who was the UPA chairperson. We came up with Manrega, which was a flagship program. We came up with Right to Education, Food Security Act, Right to Information, and a lot of intervention. As a tribal, I am proud that Forest Rights Act or PESA, this was strengthened, Land Acquisition Bill was strengthened. And there was a lot of intervention where we focused on how to bring people out of poverty, and that was a great achievement from our side. I was really disappointed, like when I heard in the parliament, our Prime Minister saying that Congress had come with Manrega, logo ko gadda kholne ke liye chhod diye. That was something very disappointed that I heard like such responsible. But if you look at it, the number of people who have been pulled out of poverty, now the numbers which I just read some time back, is about 45 crore people. So around 18 crore people have been pulled out of poverty over the last 5-6 years, till 1920 data this is. And the biggest intervention has always been Manrega. The government, irrespective of saying that they don't like the program, they kept on pushing money in Manrega. During Corona time, we have seen witness, large money was sanctioned Manrega, rural employment guarantee thing. So as a Congress party, when we look at the election, there are three primary things which we would like to focus on: social justice, economic justice, and political justice. When I talk about economic justice, the biggest challenge here in the rural area throughout the country has been unemployment. And if I take about Odisha also, there's distress migration, how to take care of it. When we talk about social justice, the atrocities against women, the atrocity against tribals, the SC, ST, OBC, they have not been included in the mainstream. This is something we have to do, political justice. Especially, I like to talk about political justice as well. If you go to the rural areas, I am a sitting MP and I'm connected to the grassroots. What is very unfortunate is that Nagarpalikas, the panchayats, the funding has been almost frozen. Now they have a different system where nominated members go and distribute the funds. We have Special Development Council in Odisha itself. And you see the lot of intervention like the CM Special Assistant Fund, Relief Fund. One people go to the villages and say that, give me a grievance, I'll address it. I as an MP, my MP lad is not being able to, I am not able to spend the MP lad. But for churches, temples and everything, they have been giving crores and crores of rupees, which is unconstitutional, I would say that. The Sarpanch doesn't have any money now, it has been completely frozen. Panchayat Raj system was the intervention of Congress government. We want to empower the three-tier system. But that is not happening now. This is the political justice. And as an MP, what I have seen, this was really unfortunate. Around 146 MPs, including Priyanka ji and me, were suspended from the parliament. And they passed bills without the opposition. These three primary things are something which the Congress is hell-bent on taking up the issue of the people. We don't have a level playing field, honestly, like the media, social media. We don't have a level playing field. We are fighting against ED, CBI, IT, mainstream media, all the institutes. So the only way left for us to reach to the people, Sri Rahul Gandhi ji, he had had a Bharat Jodo Yatra from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. We reserve the people. We are starting a Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra again from Manipur. We, all the MPs and our senior leaders, we are flying to Manipur. And unfortunate thing is, Manipur, they are not giving us permission to have Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra. If they think that Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, the Congress, they are nothing, why are they scared of? The Assam's Chief Minister, he is not giving permission to erect tents in Assam. They have imposed Section 144 in Manipur. What are you scared of? And if the development model of the government is so good, why is all this happening now? You don't see TV what you're seeing. 24 hours you open the channel and I don't want to say what is happening here. I am saying very proudly, I am a Ram Bhakt. I am saying very proudly, I am a Jai Jagannath, Prabhu Jagannath Bhakt. Sabari Mata Jai Jagannath, we had relation to tribals and Prabhu Jagannath. This is not an issue. The issue is unemployment, price rise. The issue is the gaps in the income parity. 1% of the people control 99% of the wealth. How far this is fair? Unemployment is an issue. And throughout this distress migration, unemployment, all these things will reach out to the people. And I'm definitely, with the India Alliance coming together, with all of us coming together, we have decided that with all humility, we understand our limitations, our challenges, and we are ready to go to the people. And we are sure that 2024, the India Alliance, we are very confident of coming back to the power. Thank you, sir.
If you say there is a lot of resentment among the people in the rural areas, why is it that it is not getting reflected in the elections that we have seen over the last couple of years? What makes you believe that the people will vote any differently in the coming election?
Yeah, so I firmly believe that this election will be different. And when we say saving the constitution, I would like to explain what it means here. From 2019, when I became a member of parliament, when 370 was abrogated, half an hour or 10 minutes before the Lok Sabha started, none of us were aware what is happening. Rajya Sabha, the Honorable Home Minister, he presented the bill. He came to Lok Sabha and the next day he passed the bill. They were literally bulldozed. The farmers' bill, the three bills, we were in the well of the house, they bulldozed the bill and that was passed, but they had to take it back again after some months. So it's not that we can't win election. We have shown that in Karnataka, we have shown that in Himachal Pradesh, we showed that in Telangana. In Telangana, we were the number 3 party. But because we went to the people, we went full blown to the people, our leadership, everyone worked together, we got it. Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, I understand that we couldn't convert it. But if you look at the vote share, we have not lost our vote share. Is that people didn't vote us enough so that we could convert that vote share into seats. But it's a positive sign and we are pretty confident that this will be different. Had there been development for the last 9-10 years, why is all this happening around religious platforms now? Why is polarization happening on Ram Temple, Jagannath Temple and so on? Why doesn't the Prime Minister go to the people with a development agenda and say that I built this many bridges, I built this many hospitals, why don't you vote for me? because they want to divert the attention of the anger of the people. The challenges is unemployment, the challenge is price rise, the challenge is the wealth parity, and this the people will realize, and we are now directly going to the people. We don't rely on any other medium, and we are confident that we will be doing very good job along with our partners in India, and definitely this election is no easy walk for Mr. Modi and his party.